Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayflight 28 BHBE travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple of things I want you to take into consideration: your awning, and more importantly, your slide. Make sure that when you park, you leave room for your slide to open unhindered, not even close to anything preferably, and try to keep anything from hanging over top of it too much. Then I also want you to think about where your water and electricity hookups are. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear of your off camp or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your water is actually at the very rear of the vehicle. So park accordingly so that you can better utilize the facilities when you get there. Our hitch man will go over to hitch work with you. Once your unit's unhitched, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. You have a power tongue jack on the front with a night docking light. Simply raise or lower. Do recommend maybe getting a level and stick it inside your door. It's about the middle of the unit. Stick it inside the door, you can tell when the unit's level. Should you not have power, underneath this little flap here is a manual override. And here's your jack to do that. Speaking of power, check your terminals. Make sure your battery posts are still connected good, because you can open up your slides and do this power tongue jack off your batteries. So once you got your unit level, next thing you can do is stabilize it. On all four corners of your unit, you have stabilizing jacks. Hand crank, 3/4 inch socket. You can get a impact driver or a power drill gun. Put a socket driver on the end of that and run these down in a matter of seconds, but they come down rather quick. If you do use power when you get close to the bottom, stop and just do it real slow, because all these are stabilizing jacks. Remember, you're not going to level the unit, you're just going to stabilize it. Highly recommend jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, melting blacktop in the summer. It's going to better distribute the weight. So run all four of these down, all four corners, just taunt. You're only going to stabilize your unit. Once you've got a unit level and stable, we're going to go ahead and hook up our water and electricity. We'll come around the rear of the unit. Off campsite, just at the rear is your power cord. Conveniently stores inside. Big long power cord, 30 amp service. Should you need to plug into a 110, you have this 30 to 110 amperage reducer that comes in your convenience pack. Got your power hooked up, let's hook your water up. Two different ways to do that. Let's start by hooking up to a city water connect at a park. First and foremost, water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is set at different parks, so you always want to use this when putting fluid into your unit. Hook up your water pressure regulator, hook up the hose, but before you turn your hose on, you're going to come over here to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point, open it up and make sure your rod and drain valves return. Put that back inside there, close it up, then you can turn on your water. Once your water's been running for a while, We're going to go ahead and pull on this pressure release valve. It's going to release air out of the lines until you get a nice steady flow of water coming out of there. Then you know your hot water heater is lit and is full and can be lit from indoors. Now, should you be dry camping and using potable water, that is going to be up here on your campsite. Right in the middle, left of your door, potable water fill. Fill the same way. Go over and burp your hot water heater or let the water pressure out of the lines. Again, that way you know your hot water heater is full and you can light it from indoors. However, when using potable water is when you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Only turn on your water pump when using potable water. You don't need it for city water, it's already pressurized. Got our water hooked up, our electricity hooked up. Let's walk you around the unit and show you a few other things. I'm going to start here in the back campsite corner. Low point drain. This is where you'll drain some waters when you leave the campsite. Your awning. I'll show you how far to run that out. Show you this pitch arm on these. Let's say your picnic table's down at the other end, it's raining and you want the rain to come down to this end. Simply pull on this, it adjusts the pitch, allows the rain to come all the way down to this end. Lift it back up. There's a holder for your extra bathroom door. Furnace heat release. When your furnace is on, steer clear of this because it will get rather warm. Got it warming your unit up right now. Cable TV. There's a hookup that you can put on this for a television. There's your cable. There's your 110. Another low point drain underneath here. And another low point drain. Your big pass-through storage. Does have LED lighting here. It's all accessible from underneath your bed. There's a cover for your propane tanks. Speaking of propane, you do have a regulator on these. Simply turn the handle towards the tank that you wish to be using. Lefty-loosey to open. Your batteries. Again, your pass-through storage. Your slide. I will tell you on these slides, on your wipers, these can dry out over time. So they do have actually what's called a wiper fluid. And you just apply it to that and keeps it pliable. Keeps it from dry rotting on you. Remember, anything that I mentioned that you might want to pick up, you do have a 10% off coupon in our store. Utilize that, get some deals. Here's your black and gray holding tanks, conveniently in one area. 2 handles to pull. We'll talk about that when dumping our tank. Again, your hot water heater, your power, your cable hookup for at the park. In the back of the unit, you do have your ladder to go up and check your seams, caulk as needed. Your unit is prepped for a Furion backup camera. It's a device you purchase from our store and put it on the dash of your vehicle and electronically communicates with this piece and giving you a backup camera. Your outdoor shower, City Water Connect, black tank flush, which we'll talk about when dumping our tanks, and your spare tire with a cover on it. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside. Oh, I did want to mention, that is a vent for your microwave. Coming inside the unit. First thing I want you to notice, inside the entry doorway is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that is camping with you knows where the fire extinguisher is in case of emergency. It's at the entry doorway. To the right of that is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. Now, the reason I mention this is 12 volt is because it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day and you're not going to be dry camping or plugged in or anything charging your battery, disconnect one of your battery posts. Keep this from running your battery down. Up above this is your control panel. So there's your slide in and out. I've already ran it out. I'll run it back in for you when we're done. Your awning. Continue showing, run that out. You're just going to run it out until you start to see black and that flap falls down to 90 degrees. As far as you want to run that out. And then you run it back in, all power. To the left of that are lights, interior and exterior. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to electricity. Here's where you turn it on if you're hooked up to gas. And there's the water pump to turn on when dry camping and using potable water. Up here's where you check your tanks. Just touch the button and it'll tell you how full your tanks are. Turn around the unit here. LED lighting. Close your exterior door again here. Slam locks. 110. Coming over to your stove here. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply turn it to light. Hit your spark and you've got flames. You have a panel light. Up above, self-explanatory microwave, light and fan for your stove. Down below that is your access panel to your fuse box and breaker box. Looks like you got mostly 15s, couple 40s in there. I highly recommend having a handful of those on hand when you go camping. Here's your Dometic fridge, Nordicold fridge, excuse me. I shut this light off so I can see everything up here. Here's where you turn it on. Hold it for a couple seconds. So where it's white is what is the device you're setting. So this one's white, you're setting for the freezer. Touch the freezer, make it higher or lower. Come over here, touch the fridge because the bottom's lit up. That's your fridge. Over here for higher or lower. And shut it off. Big pantry. I do want to mention in your bathroom is you do have your 110 with your GFCI reset. And a little plumbing to maintain, keep an eye on. Underneath your sink and behind your toilet. Just keep an eye on that PEX, make sure nothing's wiggled loose over time. You do have just a light here, but a manual crank open exhaust fan. Individual lighting for your bunks. 110's up here as well. Your ladder does pull out. A little easier to get up like that. Another 110 there. Your table will fold down too. You simply release this yellow knob and then bend the table this way and it'll jackknife down. Set it onto these lips. Bring your back cushions in. It gives you a whole nother sleeping area. Your recliners are what I call a parachute pull. Down here is a parachute pull. Pull up on that and it gives you your chaise recliner. You have to use your feet to put them back down. 110 there. Storage everywhere. Your Furrion, this one's IRV Technologies sound system. AM, FM disc, Bluetooth, clock, auxiliary, dual zone. You can play your music indoors or outdoors or both. You do end up putting a television in here. It's really cool. You can watch the TV in the living room, and then when you want to switch to night, send the mirror to the living room and let the TV be in your bedroom. This is a little lock that locks on the inside of the bathroom. Here's your furnace. Excuse me. Thermostat, auto fan, AC, furnace and off. Your lighting for the bedroom. You have USB ports and a 12-volt charger here, charging center. 110's there as well. Just want to mention this here. This is wired for solar. Might want to keep that sticker there in case someday you decide to put a solar in there. This is a template for them to cut out to prep for solar. Nice sort of mattress. Individual lighting in here. And of course, your outdoor storage And some more storage down there. Hydraulics, so that holds open for you. More storage here. Alright, that about covers everything on the inside. So, first thing I would do when we're leaving the campsite is go through and shut off all of your lights. Because you'll see just by shutting these off, you do have a bunch of individual lights to shut off. So I'm going to go around and do that real quick. Now I went through and shut all the lighting off. One thing I want to mention, make sure this door is closed. And make sure your steps are up. And nothing is going to impede these slides from coming in. Alright. Like so. Simply hit in. Gonna run in just a matter of seconds. Smoke alarm up in the ceiling, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry. Change batteries when you change clocks, or just put a fresh one in every camping season. Now listen, I wanted you to hear that noise. You'll hear it going in or out once you're at the end of it. It's fine, you're not hurting anything, it's just the slide setting itself. So when you hear, don't panic. Just don't hold it too long, just needs a couple seconds like that. Alright, let's act like we're going to close up and leave the campsite. On your stairs, make sure your door is all the way open. You don't want this catching on your door, hitting up in here. Lift your door up. Pull on this handle. Close your door. Lift and turn this handle. Lock and deadbolt your door. You don't want the horror story of your unit coming open. Alright, so it's at this point we're going to dump a lot of low point drains. One here. It's all on your campsite. One here. And you should have two of them back here. Dump all those. I didn't mention you do have a quick connect LP back here. They have bumper grills that you can mount on these bumpers. Or if you just want to set your grill up out here, there's where your quick connect LP is. You can dump all these low point drains at your campsite. It's clean water, it's not hurting anything. And then you're going to pull your hot water drain. Feed your lines out. Pull your hot water drain, all of our water's drained. Now we're going to head up to the dump station. Yes, I did forget to mention, we're going to bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. We're going to unhook our water and unhook our power. Then we're going to head up to the dump station. Take the sewage hose that comes in your convenience pack. Hook it up. First thing you're going to do is pull your black tank. Pull the black handle, it's going to be your sewer waters. Let that drain. When it sounds like it's no longer draining, leave your black tank handle open. Come to the rear of your unit, use the hose that's at the dump station, and hook up to your black tank flush. Again, using your water pressure regulator, turn the hose on. Remember, leave your black tank handle open. What that's going to do is it's going to spray out your black tank and clean all that nastiness out of there for you. Don't be in a hurry, let it run for a good 5 minutes. Once it has, shut off your water, remove all this, come back around, close your black handle, and pull your gray handle. Gray handle is going to be your cleaner water, your sewer, or your sinks and showers, and that's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. Close that up. Come to your bumper. Squeeze, and conveniently store your sewage hose in your bumper. Nice sanitary place to keep it. Again, we thank you for your purchase. We hope you guys enjoy this trailer for many years to come. As we like to say here at TradeWinds, happy camping.